I'm down to fight whoever, you know? Hey, I want to fight Terence Crawford. That. I can fight Terence Crawford at my weight division. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, I know he's somewhere around this joint.
He's over here.
Yeah. I'll fight Terence Crawford. Yeah, let him fight Earl Spence or whatever they got going on. Get that out the way. I'm waiting. I'm about to get back right in training. Tell him don't worry about it.
Everybody know Team Crawford. Y'all know I get active.
We singing a different song now. Yeah, that's right. We singing a totally different song now.
Get the likes up. Smash the like button. We have 350 people and 95 likes.
Jermell Charlo has come out and threw his name in the Terence Crawford sweepstakes. Yeah, that's right. Jermell Charlo, a guy who previously was very, very, very dismissive of Terence Crawford, is now asking Terence Crawford for a fight. Yeah, it's crazy how the pendulum swings sometimes, and these guys do these things, right? They was very dismissive. They was downplaying Terence Bud Crawford, right?
My dog live in Omaha. I know how Omaha roll. Y'all ain't never seen no real shit like this shit here. How about he do what's best and go fight Earl Spence then? Shut up, take a little bit less money, be quiet, humble yourself, and fight Earl Spence, he a stud. Do what he say, and then you might be the challenger sometimes. Bob Arum don't give a damn about him. Bob Arum told him to his face, he done got lawsuits with his own promoter. You ain't worth shit to me, for real. You got Ennis, you got Garcia, you got Thurman, you got people making a name for themselves in your own weight division. Sit your ass in your weight division and see if you can beat one of them. Cause fucking with me, you gonna get knocked the fuck out.
Jermell Charlo for a long time was very dismissive of Crawford. He didn't want the fight. He told him to fight Errol Spence.
Crawford ain't did shit in 154. How y'all want him to fight me? I'm telling you, I'm trying to become undisputed right now. How are we talking about somebody that ain't even fought in the division? How do he just jump from there to there? Like what connection do he got to this world? Where that tall, lanky motherfucker at? Maybe I'll be the shot caller and make the decisions on who I want to fight next. Fondora, go fight somebody else. I don't know. Crawford, go fight. Y'all fight each other. I'm busy. Motherfucker, I'm busy. When he fighting again? Shit. When the fuck is he fighting again? Like, who the fuck he fought last? Like, I don't even know nothing about the kid. Don't ask me about Crawford, because that motherfucker ain't in my division. Like, we talking about a 147-pounder that was a 140-pounder. We need to fucking I get it. He won the undisputed, right, at 147 and 140. This shit is different when they get down to 147. 147, 154, 160, 68. This shit is different.
He said he's busy. He doing all these things, right? You know, we heard the stories. We remember this stuff, right? We talked about it many times over the years. Actually, it's one of the most viral boxing moments in the recent boxing history, right? In the modern time of boxing, Jermell Charlo's rants are damn near legendary, right? And the more legendary ones are the ones with Terence Crawford, right? The ones we've seen with Crawford. But now, check out what Jermell Charlo has to say.
If they gave me an offer for Crawford, and me and Crawford, I talked to him one time. I'm excited. I mean, I'm so. It'll be an honor to get in the ring with him, not just today, just because of what he done as becoming undisputed. He completed something that I didn't complete, and so being in the ring with Crawford would be amazing. I give him the best fight of today's era. I don't think that there's no other fight out there in the boxing world for Crawford to make right now. The best fight really would be me. The best fight with Boots is me. The best fight with Crawford is me. Obviously, nothing else, anybody else could. Earl and Virgil and the winner of them. But I really don't see nobody else. What y'all want me to do in the game?
And after hearing what he had to say, this was probably the energy Jermell had prior to the whole Errol Spence PBC thing, right? Because it seemed like Jermell Charlo had a lot of respect for Crawford prior to them having this little beef that they had. Jermell Charlo, Crawford's words, seemed to have looked up to Terence Crawford, right? They acknowledged the guy's skills and talent. But at that particular time, Terence Crawford was bad for business. Like I was telling you guys, Bud Crawford was bad for business for Premier Boxing Champions. Operation Block Out Bud, Operation Freeze Out has commenced, right? They did not want no part of Bud, and we see why. As soon as he came in that building, he shut shit down, then left up out of there. But Jermell Charlo, man, is now saying that the fight between himself and Crawford is the best fight to be made. He don't see what's else out there. And to be honest, it probably is one of the best fights for Crawford right now if he want to stick around. But the thing is, Jermell Charlo ain't done nothing in quite a while. Yeah, that's right. We haven't seen Jermell Charlo since his fight with Canelo Alvarez. And correct me if I'm wrong, but Canelo Alvarez fought about 3 or 4 times since his fight with Jermell Charlo. So Jermell Charlo is looking to, I guess you could say, some fans may say, cash out with a Terence Bud Crawford fight. But the energy is totally different, right? You see the energy? How it's different? But let this be a lesson, right? Let this be a lesson that you could apply to real life, your life, right? Because when you come to a job, right? Let's just say, let's put this in a regular job perspective. You come into a job, right? You the new guy. The other people that's been there for a while, maybe even a supervisor, giving you a hard time, right? They give you a hard time, but you're a good worker though. You move up in the ranks, right? You're doing your thing. You move up. Now you're the boss. Now you're their boss, right? And they was treating you like shit. Now you have a decision to make. Now you could stoop to their level and treat them like shit, or you could take the high road and show them how you really supposed to treat somebody, right? And let that be a lesson to Jermell Charlo and all these dudes that was been high-siding on guys like Terence Crawford when he was just looking for an opportunity, right? High-siding on him, though. Telling him he ain't did nothing. Telling him what has he done. He ain't fought nobody. Downplaying him when he had more accolades and accomplishments than these guys. Yeah, we remember all this stuff, bro. So Jermell Charlo now has come out and he's singing a different song. But we also must remember that Jermell Charlo now is a 35-year-old man. He's matured. He had a lot of time to grow, a lot of time to think, all that over the years, right? We also got to remember a lot of this stuff that we see from these guys, they be young guys. They be learning life. They be making mistakes. And then by the time they come from the smoke and the ashes and the rubble and they're 30 years old, they should be more of a refined man in person, right? Maybe this is genuine from Jermell. I think it is, to be honest with you guys. I think it's genuine because prior to all the little PBC beef, Jermell Charlo had a lot of respect and praise for Terence Crawford. Now we going back to it again. And look, man, I've been telling everybody for years how good Terence Bud Crawford was. You know, and if I know these things, I would imagine that the professionals know these things as well. But a good way for them not to have to deal with a guy like that is to, well, let's go with this narrative that he's not really this good, that he's not really a draw, that he's not really worth the fight, right? That's what they did because they didn't want to deal with him. See, us box fans, we don't have these situations to where we don't got to deal with the guy. We can just sit back from afar and celebrate as fans. But the fighters got to be really mindful of the things that they say because it can come back and bite them in the ass. Now, Jermell Charlo is begging for a fight from Terence Bud Crawford now. Crazy how that pendulum swings. Crawford was the guy that they was trying to look down upon. Now they looking up at him now. See how that works? That's how life works. This is why I always tell you guys, do right by people. Always do right by people because you just never know. Karma is a real thing. And now these guys like Keith Thurman and Jermell Charlo, guys who was really high side on Bud years ago, now they looking up at Bud. Now they giving Bud high praise. And rightfully so. They're not sitting out here hating or nothing. They're giving him this credit, and I respect that. That's what you're supposed to do. You got to give credit where it's due. But now it's up to Crawford if he want to do what it do. Now it's up to Crawford if he wants to bless guys like Jermell Charlo with opportunity when he wouldn't do the same for him. This is where we're at right now. And we haven't seen Jermell Charlo in action in a long time. Now, sometimes time off is good. Let's be honest. Time off is good, especially when you're going through such a physical, demanding sport like boxing. Time off is good, especially if you've been doing it since you was a little kid, right? But Jermell Charlo, we haven't seen him in quite a while. It's been close to like 3 years now, right? since Canelo fought Jermell. It's been almost like 3 years. It's been a while since we seen that. But back when Jermell was about to get that fight, he was on top of the world. Nobody could touch him. Nobody could see him. Nobody could do nothing with him. But he went out there and laid an egg against Canelo Alvarez. In my opinion, I'm still mad about him, about that performance, because I know he could have did better than that. I'm not saying he wouldn't have went out there and beat Canelo, but he could have did a lot better than what he did. And he knows this. But now Terence Crawford got the juice now. Terence Crawford went out there and made it do what it do. Terence Bud Crawford went out there and beat Canelo Alvarez soundly, cleanly, almost better than anybody else prior. Now Jermell Charlo wants his shot at Terence Crawford. I don't know. Should Terence Crawford give Jermell Charlo a shot? Is Jermell Charlo the best fight to be made for boxing right now? Jermell Charlo seems to believe a fight with him and Boots is the best fight, and Jermell Charlo seems to believe that him and Terence Crawford is the best fight. So Jermell Charlo is looking at it like he's one of the key players in boxing right now. That if any of these dudes wants a big fight at this point, right now, they're going to have to see me. And that's Jermell the Lion, Iron Man Charlo. But yeah, man, I don't know. Tell me what you guys think. Jermell Charlo comes out and throws his name officially in the hat for Terence Bud Crawford. He had a lot of humility. I believe it was genuine, honestly. I don't think it was no fluff. It wasn't fake. I think it was real. But should Terence Bud Crawford give Jermell Charlo a shot? Tell me what you guys think. Like, subscribe, holla at your boy. Peace out.